All right, y'all, I'm gonna start a new series, gonna be a couple of videos in it of the mental game of golf. Now, the mental game can be very, very, very specific and very hard to talk about because I struggle with it myself. I think every golfer struggles with the mental game, and I think golf is like 90% mental. So that being said, we are going to talk about aiming today. So I know some of y'all are probably like, oh, like aiming, how's that mental? Well, let me tell you. So when I aim, I typically pick a specific target. Now you may be saying, well, yeah, like what a specific target, like a tree or something? No, like a leaf or branch on the tree, something that is super, super specific that can keep your focus onto that target rather than having it being distracted by these hazards or animals running around in the background, something like that, right? So in Bob Rotella's book, Golf is Not a Game of Perfect, in chapter 7, he talks about Ben Hogan's story of him playing LA Country Club one time, and he had a caddy, and he said to his caddy, what tree, or where should I aim, he said. And the caddy said, aim at those palm trees. And Ben Hogan was like, which one? Now Hogan knew that a very, very important psychological principle in golf is to be very specific and pick small targets. Now, like you've heard before, aim small, miss small, kind of the same thing. And if you are someone who struggles with distractions or having swing thoughts in a round, like personally, I don't like to have any swing thoughts when I'm playing in competition. I just think that is a distraction basically. And a way to fill that void is to use this technique. So I'm gonna show you. So this is how I aim, and I got it from Bob Rotella's book. I will link the book below so y'all can go to get it yourself. It is one of the best books I have ever read. I think I've read it multiple times. So just, yeah, I'll link that below. We have a par 3 here, 134 yards. Now, you're probably like, oh, the pin's pretty much left of the green, left side of the green, pretty much in the middle, you know, front pin. I'm just gonna aim at those trees, right? Well, for me, I need to pick a very specific spot, like I said, and that would be like a branch on a tree, a rooftop, a building, high targets. The reason why you want to pick high targets is because it doesn't distract you from, or it doesn't kind of mess up your alignment. So for example, if I was in a fairway right now and I was aiming at a mound in the fairway or like an undulation in the fairway, when you set up to the ball and you look at that undulation on the ground, it could like create an illusion that your alignment is off, because that is what golf courses are made to do. They are made to create the illusions of misalignment or just uncomfortableness, right? They're supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be a hard sport, right? So to make it easier on yourself, you want to pick high targets. So basically Bob Rotella said that Nick Price did this when they were working together, and so I started doing it, and ever since it has helped me so much. I kind of forgot about it for a little bit, but like recently it's come back, and like it has been like crazy how good it is. Like I can't even describe it. So we have a par 3 here, 134 yards. It is into the wind and a bit cold. I think I'm going to hit an 8-iron actually. I brought both my clubs here because I wasn't sure. So when you're behind the ball, you want to pick a target, high target again, that you want to aim at. So let's see. So we have pins on the left side of the green. I hit a draw. It's into the wind. It's going to go a little shorter. So I am going to aim at the very left tip of that roof behind the trees. I will put a circle around it so y'all can see it. But I'm going to aim there. And when I line up, I pick a spot on the ground like 4 feet in front of me. So like say it's like this spot right here, right? Like literally the right side of this divot. But more specific you want to get is like this little twig thing. And there's always leaves on the ground. There's always, you know, like tees, unless you're playing like Augusta National or something. There's always something on the ground that you can pick to aim with. So let's set up here. I'm going to walk you through what I do. All right, so we got my spot on the ground. Just makes it easier to line it up with the club face and my feet. So I'm aimed at it. Now, what you want to do, you want to go through your routine like I do, that all that stuff, right? And then when you set up, the last thing you want to look at is that target. You don't want to look at the pin. You don't want to look at anything any hazards, because obviously there is a big hazard in front of me. You don't want to look at any of that. That is exactly why you pick high targets. So what I do is I set up, I look at my target, and this is the most important part, guys. You look at your target, you look back at the ball, and what I can do and what Nick Price did was he pictured the target in his head. So when you look back at the ball, it's not like you're looking at the ball, you're literally picturing and seeing that target in your head. So I'm seeing the tip of that roof in my head, okay? So let me hit a shot here. Y'all, I'm telling you, it is literally perfect. Like, I mean, it makes me not think about any mechanics whatsoever, which is what I love most about it, because once I start thinking about mechanics, it is game over. Like, it is not good. I have way too many thoughts in my head. I like to keep everything super simple, and when you can just focus on the target and not worry about where your hands are, how you are on the downswing, what you're doing on the takeaway, and everything in between, you'll play better golf, trust me. It works. Just try it out for yourself. Let me know if it helps you, and if it does, comment below, because I would be super happy to hear that it helps someone, because it helps me a ton. I'll be linking that book in the caption below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all.